Accessibility at the Arts Club, featuring VocalEye.
Thank you.
Tonight, Betty and Don are going to the Stanley Industrial Alliance stage in Vancouver. It serves as the main stage for the Arts Club Theatre Company.
Hi, I think there are some tickets for Betty and Don Nobel.
Yes, let me check for you. So here are your tickets.
Wonderful, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Enjoy the show.
Sure will. Okay, forward.
VocalEye has described many performances at the Stanley, and tonight's described play is a comedy called Noises Off.
Good boy, there. That's
Hi,
me.
Betty.
Oh, hi there.
Hi, it's Donna here at the table.
Wonderful clue.
Did you make it here all right?
I sure did.
Oh, good, good, good.
Yeah.
My name is Donna Suarez, and I am the event and volunteer coordinator with VocalEye. And so what we're doing here tonight is we are at the Arts Club Theatre, the Stanley Theatre, and we are describing Noises Off. We're describing it for patrons who are blind and low vision.
So I've got your receiver for you here.
Oh,
Now,
terrific.
do you need the earpiece as well?
Yes, please.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to hand the receiver over to you.
Okay.
And so what happens is our patrons come and they get a receiver and they'll have an earpiece. And so through one ear, they will hear our describer, who is Eileen tonight. And then through the other ear, they can still hear the actors on stage.
Now there's a dial on the receiver itself.
Historically, theater hasn't been accessible for patrons who are blind and low vision. And so it's really important for people to be able to come to the theater, feel like they're welcome at the theater, and feel like they can participate just like everyone else.
All right, that sounds good. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. Do you need a hand to your seat?
I think my husband's with me, so I think we'll probably be able to find it, okay?
Okay, perfect. Enjoy.
This groundbreaking program all started in Vancouver, British Columbia, thanks to Steph Kirkland, a former theatre director.
VocalEye Descriptive Arts is the first live descriptive program for the blind in Canada.
And the unit works okay?
Yes, thank you.
Enjoy the show.
I sure will.
When we started, nobody realized that this would be a viable thing to do. In fact, the assumption that we were faced with when we went to the theaters with this idea was, why should we do this? Blind people don't come to the theater. And now we've proven that, in fact, they do. But you just have to take the time to invest in the service to make them welcome. And it's more than just offering description, it's making them feel welcome at every level.
As Betty and Don settle in for the show, the VocalEye describer warms up her listeners with some pre-show information.
I'm going to be doing a lot of talking in this play, far more than usual.
The success of the VocalEye program comes down to the describer's performance and is a vital link for the listeners to not only capture the action on stage, but to also understand the physical environment in which the play takes place.
A describer fills in the blanks of the visual details for someone who can't see those details and what's missing from the audio that people are receiving. So to not be redundant, to not over-describe, to not under-describe, it takes a lot of practice.
Since this is a classical farce and play within play, the doors are all important. The 8 doors and 1 window will be opening and shutting a lot as people run in and run out.
Trained describers watch the show probably about 3 times before the actual description night, and they will decide what description is important to impart to our patrons. And so they will actually go through and they'll write a script, and they have to finesse their script so that it fits in with the dialogue of the actors.
It brings to life added dimensions of the performance.
So that requires viewing the show, being familiar with the show, so you understand what it is that you're looking at, you understand what it is that you're describing.
Just before the show, they do a description of the different characters, a little bit about their personalities, and a lot about their clothing and their physical characteristics.
She is 23 years old, 4 feet 11 inches tall, with a childlike round face, big brown blinking eyes, under wire-rimmed glasses.
You get a description of not only the actors, but the scenery as well.
What we see is the living room of a country house. In the middle of the room is an 8-foot-long rectangular carpet of bright, multicolored geometric figures with a wide black border.
It's not about calling attention to ourselves as describers. It's really, we serve the work that we're describing, and we serve the listener who we're describing for. So ideally, it's great if we just kind of blend into the whole experience.
So we'll be getting underway in just a couple of minutes. So we're just waiting for Peter, audience services manager to come to the front, and then we'll soon be underway.
This performance will be described for audience members who are blind and partially sighted by VocalEye Descriptive Arts. To find out more about upcoming described performances, please visit the VocalEye table in the lobby. And now, without further ado, may we present Michael Frame's Noises Off.
The lights bounce up brightly as Mrs. Clackett, Dottie, strides in through the kitchen door holding a plate of sardines.
It's no good you going on. I can't open sardines and answer the phone. I've only got one pair of feet.
Picks up the phone receiver.
Hello?
The importance of live description, I think, is in the inclusive aspect of things. And the best part of description for me, too, is when I can describe a comedy. That's my favorite.
Everybody but Selznick comes in from all the doors, picking their way across the room, slowly peering on the floor.
When I can nail the laugh, that is the best. Because I know that people who are in the audience who are blind will be able to laugh with everyone else.
When VocalEye people describe the action of a play, you're much more into the story. It gives you a better idea of what the characters are doing, what's happening. It's more like reading an audio book in a way. And it gives you much more information than previously. I have no vision at all, and so I can't see anything visually that's happening on stage. So I really appreciate knowing what is going on. And it really is a shared experience to know what's going on the stage.
This video was produced by M1 Productions in conjunction with Accessible Media Inc., proudly brought to you by the Arts Club Theatre Company.